Good morning to all my dear students. In our last class, we have completed our reproduction in human beings. We discussed the pre reproductive events, then the process of reproduction, fertilization, development of embryo, parturition. All these headings we have discussed, and we have also discussed what will happen if egg is not fertilized. In our today's class, we are going to study about the reproductive health. Now, we have already learned about the definition of health in the previous classes also. That is, it is a state of mental, physical, and social well being. So, here the same definition will be applied to reproductive health also. That is the state of physical, emotional, behavioral, and social fitness for leading a reproductive life. According to WHO, this is the definition, well accepted definition in terms of reproduction also. The concept of family planning was initiated in year 1951, but still in India we are having the social stagnancy, and so we are not talking about sexual relationships and reproductive parts in open, but that is creating a lot of issues. And to sort out those issues, these type of topics are included in our curriculum. So we are going to discuss about the general concepts of reproductive health, the concept of contraceptive devices, the concept of sexually transmitted diseases, sex ratio, and how the growing population is affecting the life of individuals in our today's class. So the first important heading that we are going to learn about is the contraceptive methods. So, in very simple words, the contraceptive methods are those methods which are basically used by adult individuals either for spacing their children or to avoid the children. That is, these are the methods by which the pregnancy can be avoided, right? And there are broad classification for these methods. In your class, there are three methods that you are going to learn: the barrier method or mechanical method, the chemical method, and the surgical method of contraception. Now, when you talk about the ideal contraceptive is the one which is user friendly, which is available easily, which is having a cheap price, whose quality is good, very easy to use by the people. So these are the do not cause any side effects. So these are the basic properties of ideal contraceptive devices. Now here we are going to discuss about the first contraceptive method, that is the mechanical method or barrier method. The principle of this method is that the gamete are not allowed to come in contact, and when the gamete are not allowed to come in contact, then there will be no fusion of fertilization. So the male gamete, that is sperm, does not reach the egg, so there will be no fusion and fertilization process, so no zygote formation will occur. The best example of this method is the condoms and the diaphragms. These are the coverings that are put on or worn on the copulatory organs, that is penis or vagina, and they do not allow the male and the female gamete to come in contact with each other. There is one another benefit of using the mechanical method or the barrier method, that they prevent people from STDs, that is sexually transmitted diseases. This is the another benefit of using the mechanical method or the barrier method. The another method that you are going to learn is the chemical method. The chemical method or the chemical contraceptives includes two type of contraceptives, that is oral pills and IUDs. IUDs means intrauterine devices. So let us learn about the oral pills. The most common oral pills that you have heard about is Maladi, Saheli. These are the oral pills that change the hormonal balance of the body, and so the eggs are not released and fertilization does not occur. These pills have side effects on the body of the female, like they have vomiting, they have abdominal pain, they have uh, high menstrual flow. Then if they use it very frequently, then it may lead to uterine and breast cancer also. So these are the common side effects because they change the hormonal balances in the body. The another chemical method is the intrauterine devices. From the name itself or the term itself, it is very clear that they are placed within the uterus. They are placed at the mouth of the uterus, that is cervix, and they block the entry of sperm into the female genital tract, and again the fusion is prevented. So the most common IUD is the copper T. The copper T releases copper ions which not only kill the sperm but also reduces their speed or motility, and so they help in prevention of the fertilization or pregnancy. But this chemical method are not providing any protection from the STDs or the sexually transmitted diseases. Now the third most important method is the surgical method. Now this surgical method is the permanent method, that is the benefit or the advantage of this method, and the disadvantage is surgery once done cannot be reverted back. So the advantage is coming with the disadvantage that if a parent after undergoing a surgery wants a child, then it is not possible for the parent to have the baby. So the most common surgeries that are done by the human beings are the vasectomy and the tubectomy. The vasectomy, the vasa difference is cut or tied, so the sperm do not leave the testes and normally the fusion is prevented, but this is not reversible. Once the surgery is done, it cannot be reverted back. In female also the surgery can be done by tying the oviducts or cutting the oviducts, and no eggs or ovum can pass through them, and again the fusion can be prevented, but again the disadvantage that the surgery once conducted cannot be reverted back. Now let us learn about the one more surgery, that is the MTP, medical termination of pregnancy, and in very common words it is also known as abortion. Now MTP is basically performed when the mother or the parent do not want a child due to the underdevelopment of the child or due to any reason. But there are two type of MTPs, legal MTPs and illegal MTPs. Legal MTPs are where the parents are not wanting the child and they want to abort the child, then that is the legal MTP. Illegal MTP is a MTP where the particular parents try to find out the sex of the child first, and if they find the female child, then they go for abortion, which is commonly known as female foeticide. So this type of abortion are basically known as illegal abortions or illegal MTPs, and because of this reckless female foeticide, the sex ratio in our society is declining at a rapid rate. You very well know what is the sex ratio, that is ratio of female to ratio of male in a population, that is referred to as a sex ratio. You have learned it in your social science classes also. Now we will learn about STDs. The expanded form of the STDs is sexually transmitted diseases. As per their name, they get transmitted when the infected person is having the sexual contact with the healthy person. The sexually transmitted diseases can be bacterial infection and can be viral infection. So the bacterial infection include gonorrhea and syphilis, and viral infections include HIV, AIDS and genital warts. And these STDs can be very easily prevented by using the barrier methods, that is the condoms and diaphragms, while having the sex with the unknown people, so that the infections can be prevented to transfer. So these are the common infections or the STDs that the people go undergo because of their negligence. Now we very well know, children, that reproduction is a process by which the organism can increase their population. The birth rate and the death rate are the two parameters that decide the population size. Now the size of the human population is expanding at a very rapid rate. We are going through the population explosion, and with that everybody is not receiving the standard of living. So That is why it is very important for us to learn about the concept of reproductive health, family planning, how to space the children, or one how to have the less number of children, or how to avoid a female to undergo many MTPs or the surgeries. So this is all for the day. With this, this lesson is over, and in our next class, we are going to begin with the heredity and evolution. Thank you.